Hello guys, today I'm gonna teach you how to do this background animation. So we're gonna start by creating a new Java 11 Gradle project. Let's call BG animation. We're gonna set the group ID com by e and just create it in a new window and just let Gradle finish. The first thing we're gonna do is add application in order to run the project and add the JavaFx plugin to be able to use the framework, since it doesn't come with the default JDK. So we gotta add the required libraries, and then we need to create the package. And now we're going to create a main class, JavaFX application, and now we have the main class. So now right here we need to specify the starting point of the project. The main class will be this package and this class right here. So we update the Gradle again, and now we're gonna try. So we go right here to the Gradle tab, look for task, application, and run. And voila, the project is ready. So right now we're going to create another package here. Let's call it SL, the slider show. And we're going to create a class. We're going to put a name, nice slider show. We're going to extend from AnchorPane. And the first thing we need is to add few contours that we will need to be able to do the animation. Basically what I want to do is has two anchor panes, and then change the background of the anchor pane while the other one is showing and the other one is hiding. So in order to do that, we're gonna need FadeTransition. So let's create it right here. Private final. We're gonna do a final, or maybe static. FadeTransition. Transition. And then we're gonna add a stack pane. We're gonna call a stack pane 2. New stack pane. Then we will need two anchor panes to be able to do what we want. We need one from the back and one for the front. So let's call this the back one, and let's create the front one. So we will need two lists of images. So let's create one for the back one and one for the front one. Need to be type image, and let's call back images. Initialize with the FX collection from the Java util, JavaFx collections, and then we create the other one. And then we will need two indexes, one from the front panel and one from the back panel. So we can do it like this: private by int back index equals 0, and private int front index equals 0 too. Alright, now we need to create a constructor. No parameters. And then we're going to create a method here to initialize everything. And call the method right here. Okay, at this point we're gonna start initializing all the variables and the things we need. So basically I will get the stack pane, and I will get the back pane and the front pane and put it on the stack pane. So basically I will do this. I will add the back pane first, and then the front pane. Then I will be sure to call the front pane to the front, because it's the one we want in the front basically. So then we're gonna set the front pane opacity to 0, because we only want to show the back pane at the first. And then the back pane, we set it to back. Okay, right now we're gonna create another package right here. It's called util, and we're gonna create another class, use utility, to set the AnchorPane value, Anchor variables. So we gotta do it like Anchor util, just final, and with private constructor. we don't want any instance of this class since we're going to use a static method. So we're going to create public static void set anchor, and we're going to add some parameters. The first one will be the node, and then we're gonna use double because sometimes we want to set the anchor value to null. So with this data type we can do that. Double left, comma double top, double right, and double bottom. And then we gotta do the specify things we need. So AnchorPane, set left and short, node, and left. Then the same for the top. The right, and the bottom. That's it. And now we're going to use that right here. Let's call the static class on all the static method, and we're gonna set the stack pane and then set everything to 0. So what we did here, basically we are setting the anchor pane to fill the entire parent. So if we resize the parent, I mean the nice slider show, the stack pane will be fit the entire pane, so it would be like responsive. So then we call get children. This method is from the anchor pane since we are extending, right? And we're gonna add the stack pane. So basically we finish this part. Right now we need to create let's create a method for the background. So let's create it right here, like private void set background. Set background image. Then we're gonna add a few parameters like the target. It will be this class itself, and then image. This will be the image we will set in the background on this nice slider show target. So then we're gonna create a background size. It's background size is equal new background size. We need to add few things right here. Background size is a little bit confused, so you should take a look at the API because sometimes it's a little tricky. So basically the width I want it to be 100%, and the height will be 100% too. But what happened here? The third argument is the one we said if we want to get 100% or just 100 pixels. So I'm gonna put it true, because true means that we're gonna get 100%, not just 100 pixels. So be sure to put this argument to true, right? Then contains is gonna be true. The egg as percent two, and then the container, sorry about that, true, and then the last one cover, true. We want the background to cover the entire size of the AnchorPane. So then we need to create a background image. Background image equal new background image, and right here we need to set the image. Then we don't want to repeat anything, so background repeat, not repeat, and then background not repeat again. And we want to put on the center, so background center, background position center, and then the last will be the background size. All right, if you have any question you can ask me in the comments, right? And then we need to create the background. Background is equal new background. So we're gonna add background right here. Background image, and then target set background, and that's it. So I'm gonna check it out if everything looks alright. Width as percent, egg as a percent. Be sure to set all of this to true. We don't want the background to just take some space. We got to get all the space available we have. That's it. So then it's time to set the images we need. So let's create a method right here, public, because we gotta use it from outside the class. Void set images. So, and we're gonna pass an array. This being the same thing as this. So I like to use the three dots. Then we need more than 2 images. So I'm gonna check like this. If images that length less than 3, I'm gonna throw an exception. Let's do it like throw new exception. Let's say the image quantity must be 3 or more. That's it. That's how we want. Let's do it like this way. Try and catch. And then we're gonna say else if the image quantity is more than 3, we are ready to initialize. So for int e equals 0, it must be less than image.length. This for loop is to check out the images, and whatever this variable is divisible by 2, we're gonna add some to the front list. This one we created right here, and whatever not to the back image. So just do it like this. If e is by 2 equals 0, we're gonna add it to front image that images like this, and if not, we're gonna add it to the back one. So basically what we are doing here is checking the image index on the right, and then if divisible by 2, we're gonna set it to the front list, and if not, to the back list. That's it. And now by default we have, okay, we're gonna set we're gonna use this method right here to set the background image of the two panes. So basically it would be like, so background image, we have an error right here needs to be AnchorPane. Will be like set background image and back pane, then will be back image that get 0, and same from the front one. So basically when we set the images, we will set the background for the first time of each pane. I think this method is ready to go. Let me look around just a little bit. Okay, then let's go to the magic. We're gonna create the init method for the slider show. So public void init slider shop. So we need to add an animation delay, is the time to change the image, and then visibility delay or duration, whatever you want. It's just the time we're gonna display each background. So basically we gotta do like int delay. let's call animation delay, and then another int visibility delay. Okay, I'm going to create a runnable right here, and I'm going to use lambda expression. I'm gonna use platform run later inside. Since we are outside the JavaFx thread, we're gonna use platform run later. Use land again, and we are ready to go. Below here, I'm gonna create a thread, and we pass the runnable to the thread, and then t.start. And inside here, we're gonna create the magic. So the first thing we're gonna do is a listener to the front pane opacity. So in order to do that, we gotta say front pane dot opacity property, then add listener, and we're gonna use lambda too. All right, and then we gotta get let's see, we will need pause transition too, because we're gonna stop when we are showing the image. We're gonna stop for a few seconds, so we gotta do it like pause transition PD. We're gonna leave it like that. Then we gotta check if new value, and we're gonna get the dollar value is equal 0. That means the front pane is invisible. So we gotta set the front index plus plus to add 1, and then we gotta check right here if the front index is equal the front list image, that size. That means the index is gonna be 0 again. So front index equals 0. This is to prevent the getting outside the range of the image size. So we don't want to be out of bounds. So when we check that, if everything looks okay, we're gonna set the background image of the front pane, and set the front image that get front index, just like that. And then we're gonna use the pause transition to stop the image for a few seconds. So pt equal new pause transition. We're gonna pass the duration. It's gonna be duration that seconds, and it will be the visibility delay. And then we gotta do it like pt that set on finish it. Are we gonna use lambda again? I love to use lambda. And with the pause transition finish, we're gonna start this transition dot play. All right. Then outside we need to call transition dot pause. Basically, we are pausing this transition and playing it again when the pause transition finish. And then we can say pt.play. Alright, so I think this is done right here. Now we need to check for the other value when it's not visible. So if new value get dollar value equal 1, that means it's visible. We're gonna change then the background image of the back pane because it's not visible at this time. So we're gonna set like back index add 1, then check if back index equal the back images size, that means it's gonna be 0. Same as we did right here. So then if everything looks okay, we can proceed to change the background. So set background image back pane that back images that get from the back index. Then the pause transition again, pt equal new pause transition duration that seconds visibility delay, and then the unfinished set unfinished transaction play, then below transition pause, and then pt play. So basically we are changing the background of the hiding or the anchor pane when it's not visible. So do it in a loop. So then right here outside the from later we can start this transition right here. So it's gonna be like transition is equal new FadeTransition, and then gonna be the duration is gonna be this value right here, animation delay, and then this front, because we are targeting the front pane. Then we're gonna add few things to the transition. set from value 0 and then to value 1. Why this? Because we are talking about the opacity, so from 0 to 1. We're gonna set transition, set auto reverse true, because we want to auto reverse the transition. And transition cycle count is gonna be, let's say, -1. It means it's indefined, so endless. And then transition.play. So let's check it out if everything looks good. Transition. Apparently it looks good, so we're gonna give it a try right now. Okay, I notice here we need a method to stop, since we need to stop the animation. For example, if we want to change the view, we need to stop the animation. We don't want this thread to be running in the background, so let's get a method right here to stop the, let's resynchronize it. As I said before, guys, we need to stop the animation before loading another view, another fxml document or something. We don't want this thread to be running in the background, so we need to be able to stop the animation. So we're gonna check first if this transition is null. If not null, we're gonna stop it. So let's see, everything looks okay to me, so let's give it a try. So right now let's create right here, let's say this is the instance of this class. Now we gotta get a couple of images. So let's go to the internet and use this site. Let's get this one. I get some cars. This one. I get this one right here. And let's get this one. That's it. So we gotta grab the 4 images. I close this and put it inside here. So now we get the image right here. We gotta rename all. So 4 images. So right now we need to load the images. So let's do it like image 1 is equal get class get resource this new image, and then inside we're gonna load the image. So right here we're gonna pass the path of the image, copy path, and we're gonna copy this and put it right here, but we need to add the slash at the beginning. If you want, you can do like this to check that the object is not null, and then we're gonna create 3 more. So rename the other ones, and then you change right here the name of the image. Then we're gonna create we're gonna set the image using this method set image. So we're gonna do like slideshow that set images and add the images. And that's it. Now we need to use the stage, and we gotta say, let's set the preferred A to 600, and the preferred width to 1024. I forgot something right here, and it's called super. And then let's see, right here we need to call a stage that set a scene, new scene, and pass the slideshow pane. So then we can say stage.show. So let's try this. See that works. Okay, it's working and it's responsive. You see, completely responsive. But now we want to initialize the animations. In order to do that, we need to call a slideshow that it needs a slideshow, and we want to change the image with the delay on 2 seconds and be able to see the image 4 seconds, for example. Let's give it a try right now and see what happens. You see, it's completely responsive. Images are changing. I like to do everything responsive, so if you resize the window, everything will get in place, so there will be no node in top of other ones, so everything needs to look perfect. We can play with these values right here. If you want to do it 1 second, you can do it too. Visibility delay if the time the image is showing. You see the animation delay is short, but you can set it to 4, so the animation will take longer. You see? Easy stuff. So I will be creating a GitHub repo, so you will be able to take the code from there and check it out. So if you want to see more videos like this, just give it a like and subscribe, and just let me know in the comment what you want. I will do it. Thanks for watching, guys.